Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist of the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Boku no Hero Academia, aka My Hero Academia, Chapter 32. Okay, and we start off with Kabuto, Ojiro, and some other guy dropping dropping out of the tournament. What was his name? Like Shota? Yeah, I'm just kidding about the Kabuto thing, but still, it's funny. Alright, but they they end up dropping out of the race, not because they're working with supervillain. Another race. They end up dropping out of the tournament, not because they're working with supervillains. Though I would find it hilarious if it turns out that one of these two is actually undercover working with freaking supervillains. That would be hilarious, right? But they don't drop out because of that. They drop out because they don't actually remember doing anything in the previous round because of Shinso, and they don't like the fact that they are getting through after doing nothing. So their pride just won't allow it, so they just drop out. Alright, and they and they end up getting replaced by Tetsu and by Shiozaki. Okay, and this is when we see the new bracket, well, the entire bracket really. This is when we see it for the first time, and I said it, didn't I? I said Midoriya was going to end up facing Shinso, and I might have thought that it was going to be in the final four, but still, I still kind of called that, kind of, I kind of called it. All right. And for the record, I still think that Midoriya is going to lose here. For the record, okay? Because if he wins, then he's going to end up facing Todoroki. And I think it's kind of too soon for that. And also, if Shinso wins here, then he's automatically thrown into like the legit top four. Because when you look at the top contenders in this series, the strongest people among the students, I mean, you automatically think Bakugo, you think Todoroki, you think Izuku, not really like in terms of strongest, but I mean like in terms of like big players, like people who you're going to depend on in the clutch, like when you're facing super villains. The people who you're going to want beside you are going to be those three. All right. When it comes to being on that level, just having like it when you know like there's someone to look out for, those are like the only three who are like those three are just far above like everyone else. Alright, even Ida isn't on that level yet, okay? Like, these three are just above, they're just a league above everyone else. And by defeating Izuku, Shinso can get onto that level where he's just above everyone else. Alright, but if he loses here, then it's going to take him forever to actually get to that level, okay? Because he's this guy who's coming in thinking he's better than all these, heroes, and then he loses to them, and it's like, oh, well, whatever. It would just completely wreck his momentum if he were to lose here after coming in here acting like he's this big name, he's important, he's gonna be this dude who can wreck anybody. Like, it would just completely destroy him, right? So I think it's just best for Izuku to lose here, and I think he will lose here because of that. Yeah, I just think that's how that's gonna go. All right. But as far as some of these other matches go, Bakugo is going to completely destroy Ochako. Okay, like she's got like no chance. She might surprise him here and there, but at the end of the day, she's going to get destroyed. She's gonna get destroyed. Okay. As far as Tokoyami versus Momo, I'm actually really interested in seeing that. Like, legit, I'm actually really interested in seeing what happens with that fight. It's going to be really interesting. I'm also interested to see Hatsune versus Ida, especially since she went to go talk to him about something. So that just makes me even more intrigued, okay? But I'm interested in, there's the matches I'm currently interested in, like right now. Maybe that'll change. Maybe we'll see some type of development or something that makes me care about Tetsu versus, who's he facing? Kaminari? He was facing, or was it Kirishima? I think it was Kirishima. Oh, whatever. The point is that I don't care about some of these fights, okay? The ones that I mentioned are the ones that I care about right now, but that can change in the future, okay? Maybe it will, all right? But back to Shinso for a second, all right? He's provoking Midoriya. All right? Midoriya is about to respond to him when Ojiro covers his mouth with his tail and tells him not to answer, okay? So we can assume that you will fall under his spell if you answer his siren song, kind of. Not really, but sure. Like, if you respond to him, then you're gonna fall under his control. That's the one condition that has to be met. You have to actually respond to something that he says. Once you do that, then he can take control of you. Okay. Alright, so Ojiro seemingly gives him some advice. Then All Might later goes to talk to him as well and tells him that he's actually only capable of controlling his output up to like 5%, which means he can do one. He can, if he's going to fight somebody, what he wants to be able to do is saying, listen, all right, right now I want to use 63% of my power, or I want to use 35% of my power. But right now all I can do is say it's either 5% or 100. That's it. Maybe 4, 3, 2, 1, maybe. Okay. So right now he's just incredibly limited in what it is he can do right now. So yeah, all right. But he's gonna want to change that. But right now he's just gonna have to deal with it and fight Shinso as he is. And right off the bat, he's not doing well because he forgets everything that Ojiro told him apparently and responds to Shinso, and because of that, he ends up getting taken control of. All right, so that's what it looks like. All right, so. Yeah, I mean, I think this is kind of strange. I feel like if Ojiro was telling you how he thinks his quirk works, you would keep that in mind and know that you shouldn't respond to Shinso. You should know that whatever he's saying to you, he's only saying in order to get you to respond. Therefore, you should ignore everything he says, no matter what he says. But maybe it's just me, because that's something I can do really easily, personally. Like, I'm really good at figuring out when someone is only saying something to piss me off. And when I know that, then I don't give them that satisfaction. One, because they're doing it for a reason, and two, I can take away that thing they want by not acting in the way they want me to act. So that in itself is punishment to them. That in itself is me getting back at them because now they don't get what they want. Right? So for me, it's really easy to just not respond to people when they say things like this because I know they're only saying it to get that reaction out of me. So maybe it's just me, but I feel like in the situation, if you know that you're going to fall under the control of his quirk if you respond to him, and you know that he's only saying these things to get you to respond, then it would be incredibly difficult to somehow forget all of that, ignore it, and get so angry that you just can't hold yourself back and you respond anyway. Okay, so for me, this was, I didn't really like this, but I mean, it's fine. I mean, I think it's kind of a stretch to say that he's got so angry over those few words that he just had to respond. But I mean, whatever. I mean, overall, I'd give the chapter it's like a 6.5 out of 10. So I mean, really, I mean, that's all that really happened. Like, really, that's all that happened. So I'll just give the chapter 6.5 out of 10, and that's that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.